What is going on, guys? Zynov here with your daily Battlefield 4 tips, tricks, and news. Now for today's video, I thought I would make another quick tip video since the first one got some really insane feedback. Now quickly before I begin, I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing a question and answer video in celebration of 2,000 subscribers, so that means I need some questions to answer. You can ask me a question by leaving a comment on this video or on Twitter. Now if you are going to tweet your question at me, make sure to use the hashtag ZynovQA. It's on your screen right now. Now I am going to need about 10 to 20 questions to actually do this Q&A, so make sure to leave your questions in the comments or on Twitter like I just mentioned. But anyway, since the non-premium Battlefield players now have China Rising, I played some air superiority and noticed quite a few things people were doing wrong or could have just done better in my opinion. The first issue I saw a lot of people were having trouble with was flying. The players I got into matches with seemed to be very unskillful at flying. A lot of the times when I was getting locked on by heat seekers, they would never fire any after they got the lock. I don't know if this was because I was flying in a particular way where they couldn't keep the lock, but I have only gotten destroyed by heat seekers about 5 times throughout my entire hour of playing China Rising. Now the rest of the time I either crashed from taking a critical hit from a heat seeker or just didn't pull up in time. One word of advice I can give to any new pilots out there is to never fly in a straight line. This makes you very vulnerable to minigun fire from other jets, which results in you dying a lot more than you actually should. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty easy mistake to fix just by flying around in loops or keep changing the direction you're actually flying in. Now I personally use this technique and it actually helps to keep you alive longer in the air. If you are playing on Guilin Peak, then you have to use the attack helicopter since that's an attack helicopter only air superiority. Now it pretty much works the same with the attack helicopters as well, just constantly keep on the move. Another thing I noticed with the attack helicopters is that Zuni rockets do so much more damage to other attack helicopters. They literally disable them in about 3 to 4 rockets. Now keep in mind that they do have a slower rate of fire and you carry about 8 Zuni rockets compared to I think 12 or 13 with the Hydra rockets. However, that extra damage they are able to do is definitely worth it in my opinion. ECM jammers are another way to stay alive longer in the air. ECMs are basically flares and a targeting jammer combined. Once you deploy it, fly away from that spot because you still might get hit by the heat seeker. Keep in mind that it does take about 30 seconds to actually resupply them, so use them wisely. Now the final thing I noticed people were doing wrong is that after deploying countermeasures, they stayed out in the open still vulnerable to heat seekers. This gets you killed a lot, and if you duck behind cover and just wait for your flares or ECMs to resupply, you will have a greater chance of surviving. I'm sure that DICE will implement some future air superiority maps to play on, but as for the China Rising maps, there really is not that many things to fly behind, especially if you're using a jet. There are some spots for attack helicopters such as that giant rock in the middle of Guilin Peaks, which is great for dodging incoming rockets. That is just about all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to submit your questions for my 2K question and answer video, make sure to leave your questions in the comments section or on Twitter. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to click the like button, and if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest Battlefield 4 tips, tricks, and news. Thanks for watching, but until next time, guys, this is Zynov, and I'll see you in the next video.